Hello everybody and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now when we last left off we were about to cross-examine these two dudes, and it's been a few days since I've played, so I actually kind of forgot everything that happened. But here we have Kazuma, but I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Don't worry, I do. Don't worry about it. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witness's statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. I already know what the lie is, I remember. He said that shot him in the back, but the bullet went through the front if you look at the picture. Oh, whoops. We'll open the court record. So, the witness said that the bullet went through, that I shot him in the back, but the autopsy report says the bullet did not pass through the victim's body, and you can see clearly in his picture that he's shot in the front, so that's what the contradiction is. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Ooh, he looks ready to go. All right then, it's all or nothing. I'll try to keep my mouse out of the way. Yep. I'm just gonna skip right to the statement that I know is untrue. Yes. We're gonna present the picture.
Yes!
Yes! They're like, why'd you just say yes? What? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. Psst, what nonsense. What can this possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. It's happened to all of us before, buddy. Don't even worry about it. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. Ugh, this is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? This guy's an idiot. Did you not, like, verify this? Whatever. It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Iesa Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because. Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness's statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, what? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. I didn't even notice the thing. I didn't notice whatever was on his back. I'm pretty sure it's a baby, though. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, yeah, there's a baby. My eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious Le Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Ayasanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Damn, Kazuma going off. Yay! Oh, I got an achievement. There's been a complete turnabout, haha, funny, in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Oh yeah, I'm not reading this guy. Myself, I've already been quite clear. If he says anything, yeah, he didn't see it. He didn't see shit. Too busy on the floor, sorry. What were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Treasure? Indeed. The Hoei-era Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habit, it is... Jesus. Yeah, he wants antiques for his shop, whatever. In hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you? On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoei treasure. Think I see you say that. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, there was no more. It simply vanished. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table. I was, in case mayhap, yeah. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoei treasure. Nothing could distract me. Okay. So he didn't see anything. Did you find the coin? No. Maybe the killer stole it. That lamentable day, the precious Hoei Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Decisive. It's decisive. No, okay, whatever. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels, it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie? Ha. Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Ugh. Very well, the court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Dude, get that baby off your shoulder. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name? Ido. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Ido. Attention! Your father is to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. That's a baby. Yep, that's what that is. Witness testimony. The true culprit. Even if what I saw was at the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that there was only that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Well, that sucks. Wait. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. But we know he wasn't. These testimonies are certainly compelling. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Bro, they've seen it. They've seen it. If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Ugh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime? Counsel, I'm getting a spam call. Love it. Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. Okay, yeah, he's clear. There ain't nobody else there. As can plainly be seen, there's only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Ugh. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Okay, we'll take a look at that photo. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takatuchi, that's a hell of a name. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now's your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness, but make it quick, understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Alright, we might have to press stuff here. Well, actually, no, they haven't told me about pressing anything, so I don't think we're gonna have to yet. So there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna go silent here so I can think. I might talk out loud, though. Yeah, okay, that did happen. That did happen, so... I wanna take a look at this. Wait, is that his seat? Wait, man. So that's the seat where he was shot. No, okay, that's right. I mean, but it looks like there's more... Am I... What's the perspective of this photo? Whatever. I got penalties, so... let's see what Kazuma has to say about that. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Ooh. What's the matter? I can't find anything. I can't find a clear discrepancy anywhere. I'm done for. I can't win this trial. No. Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time, so just take your time and try to tease more information out of them. Okay, so we do have to press. You can choose to either press or present against each of the witness's statements. If a witness is saying something you're suspicious about, press him on it with Q. With a little luck, you may get more details, which could prove to be crucial. Right, I see. The important point is, there's no sense in holding back. If anything even slightly jars with you, press the witnesses on it, and press them hard. Alright, got it. I'll press them like blocks of tofu. The professor wasn't alone in the restaurant, I'm sure of it. In one way or another, this cross-examination is going to prove I'm right. It's time to press them for all they're worth. Alright, I think I know what statement to press.
Yes!
Yes!
Objection!
Oh, I forgot to read that. Whatever. As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ugh. If only there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened, the quiet time between lunch and dinner at any restaurant. And no, of course the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at the time of that time of day and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. Okay, we're getting information. That's good. There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It's a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hada Clinic. How funny. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not? Yeah.
Yes!
Yes! I love that. If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous, not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. Objection. Whether or not they are of concern is up for us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. See? He's scared. He knows. He knows there's something in there. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Okay, we're going to take a look at that. What we need right now is new clues. Yeah, I'm going to look at that. I can't... Oh, I can't look at it? Okay. You know what, maybe that'll come up later then. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you'd like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witness testimony leave no room for doubt. Yes, please continue. Damn it, I wanted to go back. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Oh, now we're gonna look at it. Okay. Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press space and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use the arrow keys to turn it. Okay. Sounds good. You can use WASD. Can't I just use my mouse for that? You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. Okay. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press space to investigate further. Okay, sounds good. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use... Okay. Wow, I can't just use my mouse. Okay. Okay, you can use your mouse to turn it. Well, I think it said what would... Okay, so we'll examine that. It says Hada Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics, almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. Brr, I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. The people would give their right arm to the other one. Yep. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. What's that stamp say? Hey, what's that right there? Okay, well... Yeah, what's in here? Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar, you mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia, although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic. Okay, so he couldn't have drank anything. Perfect. Yes. Let's show these guys who's boss. No, he was not dining all by himself, because he can't. Could not have eaten. Present. Yes. Well, I think, but what he would, yeah, I know how, like, come on, learn to talk. Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Oh, he's ready. He's powering it up. Korokuda-san. This is the medical report card. This is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgot my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateur drivel. But, let's see if I can explain it in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or... But that's, remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong the trial further. Alright, sorry about that. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could possibly have perpetrated the crime. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hada Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders to not eat? So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while the anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't... Korokuda-san. What, boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot Alright, we're going to get the objection theme coming in, aren't we? But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, yeah, there it is, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the side effects of the anesthetic. Ah! Expertly done, partner.
Objection!
What? What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can't clearly see that the plate of food is the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant's case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beefsteak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. Counsel. Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been not the victim, not me, not the two witnesses, and a yet unknown third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Kazuma. Damn, he's powerful. Phoenix was never this confident. Are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those two witnesses on the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone, so, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied while giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Wow! No, this is Ace Attorney. Nobody gets charged with perjury, ever. Every witness lies, none of them go to prison. Perjury, and, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit? In murder? No! Hold it. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they, told us. Who? Ouchie? What? What did you just say, Korokuda-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Who told them? Just one. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Wow. Order, order. Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. I love this song. Ryonosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence? There are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind all this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut, and I'm pretty sure it's the government, but we'll answer that next time. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this. See you later.